everybody! Welcome to the MaffmanJones movie channel. I'm your host, John Maffio, and today's featured movie is BRIGSBY BEAR. It stars Kyle Mooney, Beck Bennett from SNL, Greg Kinnear, Mark Hamill, among a few others, and the story is the thing I can't tell you about. This is the one movie, the few movies all year where I go into them completely blind, and it usually helps. Usually helps to go into any movie not knowing what you're getting yourself into, but I had no idea what to expect from this movie, and the plot of this film is not what you would expect at all. Even if you saw the trailer for it, you would have no idea. So I recommend you go in and don't know anything about it, because it makes the movie all the more better and enhances your experience for not knowing what happens. But Kyle Mooney is this man-child of sorts who's been sheltered in this bunker for his entire life with his parents, and the father is Mark Hamill, and he's been looking up to this Barney-like character who has like Captain Planet powers named BRIGSBY BEAR, and there's like volumes upon volumes upon volumes of seasons of shows, of episodes that go on. Apparently there's like over 700 episodes, and he's like known them all. His entire room is filled with BRIGSBY BEAR products, and he goes on online forums and talks to people about them, and he recaps them and reviews them like I do with movies. And then he's thrown into a devastating realization, and he realizes also that he has to make a BRIGSBY BEAR movie. And that's all I'm gonna say about BRIGSBY BEAR. Let me tell you something right now. There are movies every year, every single year, that I go into and I kind of like, I'm looking forward to them, whether it's the actors who were in it, people who produced the movie, the plot, it could be anything. I'll go into it and I'll be like, I'm looking forward to this movie, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it, but I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into. For the first 15-20 minutes, I was watching this movie and I was into it, but I wasn't exactly super engaged. I aesthetically liked everything I was seeing. Mark Hamill's great. Kyle Mooney I'm starting to really like as an actor, and I like his little awkward thing he does, but it works for him in this movie completely. And it also makes the movie even all the more endearing because his character has such a great arc that he goes through. But there's a point in the movie where it just like a switch flipped for me, and when I realized what they were doing with the story, I fell in love. And from there on out, I was so on board with everything going on. Yes, there are scenes where the pacing slows down a bit and maybe the execution of moments isn't as great as it could be, but overall, the story has its heart in the right place, and it takes such a strange direction, and I admire it so much because the extremely obscure direction it takes works. For the characters, for the story, and by the end of the movie, you're like, maybe not crying, unless you're like super emotionally sensitive, but you really feel the emotion. It has a very unconventional way with its characters and plot of telling that repetitive story of go out and do your thing, fulfill your dreams, don't let anybody tell you no. And then you have Mark Hamill, who is just a really great character who isn't in the movie all that much, but he has a giant impact on the entire film when he's on screen, and even when he's off screen you're thinking about his character. And he does a lot of voices, and he just brings this really cool, sincere sweetness to his role that on the outside you would think is very sinister, but there's actually more to it than meets the eye. It throws you for a loop. It threw me for a loop, and it really made the movie better for me because the direction it goes into was a direction where I was like, huh? But unlike Book of Henry, where the twist of the movie was kind of like a hindering thing and it took me out of the movie, this movie, it enhances the experience and it brings you further into these characters, into this world, and you just want to see Kyle Mooney's character just go out and fulfill his mission. There are so many great comedic character moments with Kyle Mooney, but those comedic moments also shed more light on his character and who he is and who he's trying to be. I'm telling you guys, this movie has such a unique thing going on. But like, you could say unique. People throw the word unique a lot. Even I'm guilty of doing it sometimes. But this movie is unique. I also really enjoy the aesthetic of the BRIGSBY BEAR show. You really get transported to this world. And for moments in certain scenes that involve BRIGSBY, it feels dreamlike. But it also feels authentic. If this show was a real 80s show with this mascot bear, and these like couple of like teenage kids running around with him trying to destroy this thing called the Sun Snatcher, I would buy it. And with all that being said, I'm gonna stop the review right here because I can't dance around it anymore. If I go further, I have to talk about the actual movie and the plot. But I haven't seen any reviewers talk about this movie yet. It's only out in New York and LA right now, but it's gonna expand in the next couple weeks. When you get the chance, if you get the chance to see if a theater is near you and you see BRIGSBY BEAR is playing, go see BRIGSBY BEAR. It's an inspiring and adventurous, comedic, emotional, incredible time at the theaters. The direction this movie takes from a story direction is very dark, but it's also, in an ironic way, hilarious. And the way it approaches this story is different because you would think normally the story for this movie would be like a very dramatic thing, but it does have its dramatic moments, and they don't try to upstage the drama with like comedy. The comedy feels genuine because it's coming from characters who feel genuine in their ways, and nothing feels forced about anything in this plot or the characters. And it's just a movie that I really appreciate and I'm inspired by because it does have some really cool things to say about going out and fulfilling your dreams, but it's also realistic in other senses. I don't know who else is reviewing this movie right now, but if I'm the only one, I'm preaching it. Go see BRIGSBY BEAR. I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but I think it's a movie that's important and it should be seen. I'm giving BRIGSBY BEAR a fucking Maffadocious. It's a 5 out of 5. Go see it. But now I want to know from you guys, if anybody out there has seen BRIGSBY BEAR, whether it was at Sundance Film Festival or you were in LA or New York right now, and you're planning on seeing it, let me know anything about the film in the comments down below. Are you a fan of Kyle Mooney? Are you a fan of SNL, the skits he's done? So let's talk about anything BRIGSBY BEAR or Mark Hamill or whatever you want. We could talk about fish sticks. I don't know. Kanye West likes them, according to South Park, in the comments down below. If you enjoyed my review, please like, subscribe so you won't miss a video from me ever again. Check out the rest of my social medias and everything else down below. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones. Go see this movie, damn it! No, I'm kidding. I mean, you don't have to, but I implore you. You will enjoy it. If you're a fan of film, most likely you will walk out of this movie with a smile on your face. I'll see you guys next time.